He clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it.
I got y'all. I told y'all something. I'm not bothering nobody. I won't fix. Y'all following me for no reason. I asked y'all nice. Please leave me alone.
I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money.
In a shocking update, ESPN's outspoken commentator Stephen A. Smith has reportedly exposed the final blow to Floyd Mayweather's finances. Known for his flashy lifestyle, non-stop self-promotion, and unbeaten boxing record, Mayweather built a reputation as the face of wealth in sports. But according to Smith, all that shine was just for show, and now it's falling apart under the pressure of bankruptcy, IRS trouble, and a pile of lawsuits.
I didn't got nothing. We're doing our jobs too, man. Okay, just want to comment. What?
The phrase, "he's done," blew up across social media after Smith's explosive comments on a fiery episode of First Take, sparking a wave of debates, questions, and concerns about the collapse of Mayweather's once untouchable empire.
What I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
To truly grasp how big this financial downfall is, you have to look at how high Mayweather climbed. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Floyd Mayweather Jr. turned pro in 1996 and quickly earned a reputation as a master technician in the ring. His defense, speed, and fight IQ led him to retire undefeated at 50-0. Nicknamed Money for a reason, Mayweather changed the game when it came to boxing business. In 2006, he paid $750,000 to leave Top Rank and took full control of his career. That move led to the launch of Mayweather Promotions, giving him ownership over his fight earnings and pay-per-view revenue. From there, he raked in massive paydays. His 2015 bout with Manny Pacquiao brought in over $600 million, and his 2017 fight with UFC's Conor McGregor added another $300 million. For a while, Forbes had him ranked as the highest-paid athlete on the planet. But as Stephen A. Smith bluntly put it doesn't matter how much you make if you spend like it'll never run out.
Beyond the glitz and glamour, the flossing, the pomp and circumstances surrounding everything that culminated in Saturday night's Mayweather versus McGregor fight, there were a few sightings that were relatively low-key in comparison, but more significant than many may realize. At the weigh-in, there was a two-time NBA champion, Draymond Green, and star guard Paul George. On fight night, of course, there was LeBron James, James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, and a few others. And none of them were there just to pay homage to Mayweather, the fighter. It's the businessman in Mayweather they actually love even more. As the sun clearly set on the boxing career of Mayweather, many can reflect on a lot of things about the man. He wasn't a Mike Tyson-like knockout artist, or even Tommy the Hitman Hearns. To many, he wasn't even Sugar Ray Leonard. He certainly can't be confused with Muhammad Ali or any other fighter who's ever been socially conscious. No doubt he was guilty of domestic violence, as our very own The Undefeated accurately pointed out. He definitely had his share of boring fights that didn't give the people what they actually wanted to see. But that ain't the legacy these athletes are paying attention.
To truly grasp how big this financial downfall is, you have to look at how high Mayweather climbed. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Floyd Mayweather Jr. turned pro in 1996 and quickly earned a reputation as a master technician in the ring. His defense, speed, and fight IQ led him to retire undefeated at 50-0. Nicknamed Money for a reason, Mayweather changed the game when it came to boxing business. In 2006, he paid $750,000 to leave Top Rank and took full control of his career. That move led to the launch of Mayweather Promotions, giving him ownership over his fight earnings and pay-per-view revenue. From there, he raked in massive paydays. His 2015 bout with Manny Pacquiao brought in over $600 million, and his 2017 fight with UFC's Conor McGregor added another $300 million. For a while, Forbes had him ranked as the highest-paid athlete on the planet. But as Stephen A. Smith bluntly put it doesn't matter how much you make if you spend like it'll never run out.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
On a heated episode of First Take, Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back. "I've seen the documents, I've talked to the sources. Floyd Mayweather is in real trouble," he said, staring straight into the camera. According to Smith, this isn't just gossip anymore. The IRS is coming after him, creditors are circling, and he's selling off assets left and right. Worst of all, he doesn't have those big fight paydays to save him anymore. "He's done," Smith said. Smith revealed that Mayweather is facing a massive IRS lien, has taken out loans against multiple properties, and is years behind on tax payments. On top of that, several of his business ventures have reportedly failed, and he's now being sued by frustrated investors. The most alarming part? Sources claim Mayweather has quietly started selling off his luxury cars and expensive jewelry just to cover his debts. Smith also pointed to a sudden change in Mayweather's behavior. "You don't go from flexing about dropping $1.4 million in a single day to staying completely silent about your money, unless something's seriously wrong," he said. The once flashy fighter, known for showing off his wealth at every turn, has gone quiet, fueling growing concern that the whole Money Mayweather image may have been nothing but smoke and mirrors. His financial problems with the IRS aren't new either. Back in 2017, he made headlines for asking to delay a tax payment from 2015 until after the McGregor fight, claiming he didn't have enough liquid cash, even after making hundreds of millions. At the time, people saw it as just strategy. But now, insiders say that was just the beginning.
You can trust the news. There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was, people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And I go, it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much full. This isn't, there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that wrote the checks.
But why didn't it sell out? I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so
it's
well.
All anybody was talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big a draw is, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring
it's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Crazy.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.
Before Floyd Mayweather became known as Money Mayweather, he was already dealing with serious financial problems. Despite dominating in the ring, early reports revealed he was facing possible jail time over unpaid taxes. To avoid prison, he had to borrow $2 million just to make a small dent in his growing tax debt. This didn't reflect the image of a sharp businessman or financial mastermind that many believed he was. Instead, it showed a man on the brink, trying to keep up an extravagant lifestyle while falling behind on basic financial responsibilities. Rather than managing his money wisely, Mayweather focused on excess, buying luxury cars, flashy jewelry, and maintaining multiple mansions. His obsession with flaunting wealth gave off the illusion of stability, but behind the scenes, it was a different story. That loan he took to cover his tax issues didn't fix the problem. It made things worse, exposing just how shaky his financial foundation really was. This moment marked the start of a pattern that's now catching up with him, playing a major role in the financial crisis he faces today.
Me and Eric B. were at, from Eric B. and Rakim, we were at the Mondrian. Floyd Mayweather was there. He had some tax issues. He was about to go to jail, but that's before Money Mayweather, that's Pretty Boy Floyd.
Got you.
He was speaking to E. He needed a couple of $1 million to stay out of jail. I called my man Neil, who I was rocking with heavy. He owned Scunty, the hair accessory company. Everybody thought I was crazy. They said, yo, loan me $2 million. I want to sign Floyd. He flew out, loaned me the $2 million, and from there on, we were in the boxing business.
At one point, Floyd Mayweather reportedly owed a massive $22.2 million to the IRS, raising major questions about how he handled his finances. For someone who constantly claimed to be the richest athlete alive, this huge tax bill was hard to overlook. It revealed a clear gap between the image Mayweather portrayed and the reality of his financial situation. While he flaunted a life of luxury with private jets, expensive cars, and million-dollar shopping sprees, this tax debt suggested that much of his wealth was either mismanaged or exaggerated. For a man whose brand was built on the idea of financial success, this tax burden showed that his finances weren't as solid as they seemed. Instead of being the savvy businessman he was portrayed as, Mayweather's flashy displays of wealth looked more like a facade. His failure to pay taxes on time exposed how far his real financial situation had strayed from the carefully constructed image of Money Mayweather. It served as a wake-up call. Even the wealthiest athletes can face the consequences of bad financial management, and a flashy lifestyle doesn't guarantee long-term financial stability.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Even 50 Cent, the rapper who was once a close friend and business partner of Floyd Mayweather, didn't hold back when discussing the boxer's financial collapse. In multiple interviews, 50 Cent painted a clear picture of Mayweather's reckless spending, claiming that Floyd had burned through millions on jewelry, private jets, strip clubs, and, most damaging of all, gambling. According to 50, the problem wasn't just how much Mayweather was spending, but how careless he was about it. He described how Floyd would drop millions without a second thought, as if the money would never run out. What made 50 Cent's comments especially powerful was that he had once been a part of Floyd's inner circle. His perspective wasn't that of an outsider, but someone who had seen Mayweather's lavish lifestyle firsthand. When 50 publicly stated that Floyd had blown through his wealth and was now broke, it sent shockwaves through both the entertainment and sports worlds. This was a sharp contrast to the untouchable, financially invincible image Floyd had worked so hard to create. Coming from a longtime friend turned vocal critic, 50 Cent's revelations only fueled the growing belief that Mayweather's empire was falling apart behind closed doors.
I believe that Floyd Mayweather has gone completely broke. And not just broke, but millions and millions of dollars in debt. And I know it sounds crazy to some of you out there, but trust me, I have legitimate proof. Watch this.
He asked me to help him, so I could stop them from using TMT as their logo right now. Because
you wouldn't do that because y'all cool again.
Yeah, I'm just not chasing it. But to be honest with you, I incorporated TMT in Delaware while he was incarcerated. Because he didn't sign the paper doesn't mean the corporation isn't valid. So I could actually, technically it trademarks the term of it because his entire corporation is built on it. So I could tell you, you can't have TMT socks. You can't have that TMT shirt you got on. He don't understand that because he's just not. I just said it and he won't be able to figure out that I could do that.
Damn, you and this guy, man. I thought y'all was good again.
We are good. I just don't understand why he having the conversation. How am I coming up in conversation? I don't even care about what they're doing.
So there's still some static.
No, it only happens when it's fight time.
Got it.
It's time to build some type of energy or some sort of press. Right. It's time to make a fight, and then that happens.
So through the BX Fight Club, you met someone,
Isaac
right? Because they had to legalize it on paper to turn it into like a dark show, like when they don't have television involved with a boxing event. Even Floyd, when you make yourself like we got issues over here, he's still the best fighter out there until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
Oscar De La Hoya, a former rival and boxing legend, has publicly criticized Floyd Mayweather for continuing to participate in exhibition matches, urging him to stop embarrassing himself. In an Instagram video, De La Hoya addressed Mayweather directly, saying, "Floyd, you're 50 years old, you're a legend in the sport, but you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard and expensive, but come on, put your legacy first." This plea came after Mayweather's controversial exhibition fight against John Gotti III, which ended in chaos and boos from the crowd. De La Hoya's comments highlight a growing concern that Mayweather's post-retirement activities could tarnish the impressive legacy he built over decades in the ring. By continuing these exhibition matches, Mayweather risks overshadowing his own achievements and changing how the public views his career. De La Hoya's message serves as a reminder to prioritize preserving one's legacy over chasing short-term fame or financial rewards.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
In early 2025, Floyd Mayweather's attempt to highlight his charitable side by donating to homeless shelters in Los Angeles raised eyebrows. Initially, the donation seemed like a positive move, but confusion set in when Mayweather posted on Instagram, indicating he was still in Dubai around the same time the donation was made. This inconsistency led many to question whether the gesture was genuine or a calculated move to improve his public image amid growing financial concerns. The situation took a more dramatic turn when Gervonta Davis, a former protege of Mayweather, made a shocking claim. Davis alleged that Mayweather wasn't on a world tour, as he had claimed, but was actually being detained in Dubai due to unpaid debts, especially related to luxury jewelry and high-end goods. These accusations gained weight when veteran boxing agent Rick Glazer confirmed that Mayweather was indeed being held by Dubai's court system over substantial debts unrelated to his boxing career. Glazer pointed out that Dubai takes financial obligations seriously, suggesting that Mayweather was struggling to resolve the issue.
Now, this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers vs. Mavericks game, but before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures, there is no video of this happening, but there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, "We're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help, so he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks. I don't want to show my face, but Floyd just gave us $30,000, Reynolds, one of the men, said after receiving the gift."
Adding weight to Davis's claims, veteran boxing agent Rick Glazer confirmed that Mayweather was being held by Dubai's court system over significant debts unrelated to boxing. Glazer stressed that Dubai takes financial obligations very seriously, implying that Mayweather was struggling to resolve the issue. In what appeared to be an effort to counter these claims, Mayweather made a public appearance at an NBA game in Los Angeles, where he reportedly donated $30,000 to 3 homeless individuals. However, this gesture was met with skepticism, as it coincided with the timeline of his alleged detainment, leading some to question whether these acts of charity were strategically timed to divert attention from his financial troubles. Things grew even more complicated as Mayweather made bold claims about his wealth, including owning 62 buildings valued at $42 million. Critics quickly pointed out that these assertions could be attempts to project an image of financial stability in the face of mounting evidence to the contrary. The ongoing public disputes with Davis, along with these controversial statements, have cast a shadow over Mayweather's legacy, raising doubts about the sustainability of his extravagant lifestyle and the transparency of his financial dealings.
Turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Stephen A. Smith recently reported on a filing revealing that Floyd Mayweather still owes over $52 million in back taxes, spanning from 2015 to 2022. The IRS has reportedly started freezing some of his accounts and launching investigations into his assets. Financial analyst Chris Wan highlighted the intense scrutiny the IRS places on individuals with large tax debts, explaining that when someone owes a significant amount, the IRS becomes a constant presence. It thoroughly audits every financial transaction, making it extremely challenging for the individual to manage their finances until the debt is cleared. This level of oversight is exhausting, as the IRS closely examines income, spending, and asset acquisitions to ensure compliance and recover the owed taxes.
Well, there may be another reason Floyd Mayweather has agreed to fight Conor McGregor. ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight, the end of August. Mayweather made about $220 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao. That was back in 2015. He's expected to make about that much for the McGregor fight. Maybe he should have stayed retired and paid his taxes.
Yeah, pay taxes. Usually that catches up with you if you don't do that.
Do you think the evidence is enough to confirm Mayweather's financial collapse, or is there more to the story? Share your thoughts in the comments.